Hey folks, and welcome to the start of a new trip. We have just left Pattaya. We left Pattaya in the pouring down rain, but we are on our way to Southern Thailand. We've got to go up through Bangkok and all the way down the west coast. Our first major destination of the trip will be Phuket, and we got a special event to attend down there in Phuket, but we're just getting started, so we thought we'd stop for a little snack first. I'll get you caught up on what's going on.
We're on our trip. We've been on the road for about an hour or so. Rough start to the trip this morning. Yeah, it's rained the whole time. The minute we left home, it started raining. At least I got the bike loaded before it started raining. Then we've got the rain and the traffic. So we're a little bit worse for wear here on just getting started on the trip, but that's how some good trips start out. Came to this little place to get some food. It's 1 o'clock. We got a late start due to all the shenanigans and fiasco. But beautiful. I love the pork dumplings and the noodle soup. One of my favorite things. I don't see that a lot of times in Pattaya, but here, wow, they're just tremendous. And we got some roasted pork over rice. Just very nice. About 200 baht, and we got a big bag of bones for the dogs. What dogs, you might ask? She'll find some, believe me. Anyway, we will continue on our trip, and then hopefully next time we'll be well on our trip and on our way, and we'll be able to take a look at Bike Week or whatever we find between here and there. I've come prepared for the rain. Phuket is very wet this time of year. Me, not so much. So we started in the rain in Chonburi, leaving Pattaya. It kind of cleared up through Bangkok, wasn't too bad through Bangkok, and then beautiful down here, down the west coast. We made it down to Cha Am. Nice little beach town. I was here about 2.5 years ago. I don't remember all this mess on the beach. All these diggers, this must be something new they're building, or building up the beach, or I don't know, some kind of structure here. But the town always reminded me, last time, it reminded me a little bit of Bang Sen, where I used to live, because, just for the fact that it's basically a little beach town, but a lot of people, it's busy on the weekends. A lot of people from Bangkok come down to enjoy the weekend by the beach. It's probably an hour and a half from Bangkok, something like that. It's what it seemed like. And a pretty decent drive. Actually, I think it's a better drive down here this way from Bangkok than going down toward Pattaya. It's so much industry over there. There's less industry over here and less trucks and things like that. But we'll spend the night here. There was a street up here, I remember, where I stayed last time. I'm going to try to stay at the same hotel. It was a nice little hotel with a pool, and there was a couple little restaurants and bars and stuff on that road. We'll see. That was pre-pandemic when I was here, so I don't know how much it's changed. But driving into town today, it looked like there was more people on the street, more traffic, more everything than 2.5 years ago when I was here. So I don't know what kind of impact this town's had. I can see people out on the banana boat in their orange life vests from here. But anyway, we'll go get checked in. I don't have any hotel reservations. And we'll spend our first night, and then we'll head a little bit farther south tomorrow.
So right up this little soy here in the middle of Cha Am, just like I remembered it. And the hotel I stayed at before, right there, Cha Am, my house. Cha Am, my house. And I thought I was impressed with the room here last time. So they have they have breakfast that comes with the room, and you can select from a bunch of different rooms. I selected a poolside with balcony. That's the same kind I had before. So we'll go in and we'll just take a quick look at the room. There's the pool, there's the balcony, and then there's the room. So I don't know. This room I wasn't as impressed with as the first one that I had here 2.5 years ago, but still more than adequate for a one-night stay here, and that's all it's going to be, just a quick stopover. So I guess we'll go into town and get something to eat.
We went out to the beach. There was a pony. She got a she got a pony ride. That's one of the things you can do there. It actually was a good amount of people in town, and plenty of places to eat along the beach. And aside from the pony, I think she made a couple extra friends out on the beach. So we'll take a quick look at that. But we've come here tonight about 7 o'clock. We've come out to a restaurant right around the corner from the hotel called a Roy. We'll get a good meal here. We just had a little lunch there, the noodles. And then tomorrow's going to be a short day. We're just going to buzz right down the coast of Hua Hin. We'll spend the day at a nice place there. And then Thursday, the next day, make the final push down to Phuket. So I've not been here for about 2.5 years, but I really think it looks about the same as it did before, maybe even better. Maybe even better. So I'm not sure. I'm sure during the peak of all this was affected, but it's mostly domestic tourists, and it looks like it's held up very well and recovered.
So great meal at a Roy there. They have Western food as well as Thai, but we just got Thai food. And then after we strolled around a little bit, and we found a quiet place to have a couple drinks, and V got a billiards lesson from a local gal. So after that, we decided to turn in early.
So this morning we were up early. V went down for breakfast. You know, the funny thing was the breakfast was not in the hotel. It wasn't like in the lobby or anything like that, like it normally is. You had to go down to the beach, and I had some work to catch up on in the room. I just sent V down. I said, well, see what it is and have something to eat and just bring me back a piece of toast or something, which she did. So we'll take a look at that. Funny thing, I went down, I don't know, real early this morning, about 6 o'clock this morning, and just wanted a cup of coffee in the lobby, and they had things there to make coffee, hot water and everything. And I made my coffee and I was drinking it. And the guy said, 20 baht. So about 60 cents. Usually hotel, whatever's in the lobby, you can kind of help yourself to. That's been my experience, but 20 baht for a cup of coffee. There was no coffee in the room. But anyway, we got all saddled up from there. We made it down to Hua Hin, about a half-hour ride. And I wanted to stay at the Centaura. There's a big Centaura village here, and they have villas and they have a hotel, and the hotel part we were going to stay in. And they had a room, and it was okay. It was going to be, with tax and everything, it was going to be 3,000 baht a night. It didn't include breakfast, but it's a beautiful resort. It's right on the beach. And we passed so many other beautiful resorts on the way into Hua Hin. It really is a resort town. But we couldn't check in till 3 o'clock, and it was only like 11:30, 11:40. So just right around the corner from that is the Wanara. Now I'm particular about parking because I got the truck and I do want to unload the bike and have a look around Hua Hin. And a lot of these places, just the parking didn't suit me. But here I think we can get by. It's a small lot, but I think it's okay. But they gave us this nice poolside room, let us check in right away. It's not even noon yet. And super room, I'll show you the room. 1,500 a night, so half the price. We're not on on a big beachfront resort though, so definitely a trade-off there. But we like the room. Huge high ceiling in this room, must be like a 12-foot ceiling, very impressive. And very spacious, big bed, big bath, bathtub, and shower. And there's coffee in the room. And that price includes breakfast. And they do have a nice back here. There's a whole like little breakfast restaurant. So yeah, I think this will suit us for a one night here in Hua Hin. What I did was I kind of divided up the ride to Phuket. It's a long ride to Phuket, about 13 hours from Pattaya. This is where we'll have breakfast. And what I've done is, so we had kind of a long, tedious day yesterday in the rain and going through Bangkok, and I thought we would just kind of relax here for a day, and then tomorrow won't be such a tedious day, but it will still be a long day. We'll make the drive down to Phuket tomorrow. We'll have a look around Hua Hin. Same thing, I was here 2.5 years ago. I'll see what the town looks like as it did compared to what it was pre-pandemic. I gotta say though, Cha Am, if anything, looked busier. That was my first impression and still my last impression leaving. Last night you saw we went out to the restaurant, the little row of bars there, but the little row of bars looked like it had increased. It looked like there was more going on there last night. Maybe I just hit it on a good night, and maybe last time I hit it on a bad night, but it definitely didn't seem like less, if anything more. And we just had a couple drinks and retired for the night. So we'll see if Hua Hin meets the same bar, but we'll just take it easy for right now, and we'll go out later. So after a dip in the pool, we ventured into town. We're only about a 5-minute walk from the main part of Hua Hin. We're right on the water here. We came out to what's supposed to be the longest pier. They have a restaurant, Kickz seafood. So just some lunch, some light lunch here, and then I think it's all of a sudden the wind kicked up. It's quite breezy out here. And that was even when we were in the pool. As soon as I got in the pool, this big wind came up. So I don't know, we might be in for a rainstorm here in an hour or so. So we'll sit out here in enjoy the beautiful afternoon while the getting's good. Maybe we'll take a little tuk-tuk thing back. They have a very different kind of tuk-tuk here. It almost looks like a little van that the back's been cut out of. I'll show you one. Maybe we'll ride one of those. We might have to if it pours down rain. So as predicted, we got pummeled. It came right in. We had to move the table back. But we were pretty much done eating at that point. Right after it rained, we looked around town. I mean, the town looks about the same as what I remember 2.5 years ago. It just looked, didn't see anything new. It looked a little bit more run down, dilapidated. I know it's not nighttime, but the whole area just looked a little bit empty. So I got a different vibe in Cha Am yesterday. I think Hua Hin definitely has been hit harder. Maybe if we have time, we'll come down tonight. Like Soi Bindabat really looked kind of depressed. There was things getting ready to open though, so who knows? Nighttime might be a whole different story. But we had a little ice cream at the Busy Bee after a walk around. It got real like cool after the rain. Now the sun's back out, but we walked around while it was cool, and I think we worked up a appetite for dessert. We had a banana split at the Busy Bee. So our hotel's just right up there, I think, if I'm not lost. We got to cross this big intersection. But it's already dried up. It's only been about an hour. So we'll see about tonight. I don't know. It's a Wednesday, but we got a long drive tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be like one of the longer drive days, so we want to get an early start. Can't be a late night.
So I guess it's fair to say that at nighttime, the town did come back to life a little bit. Maybe Soy Bindabat, not so much, but what I did is I asked one of these tuk-tuk, one of these kind of taxi drivers, I said, hey, where's the happening part of town? And he chauffeured us up to Soy 94. There he is. Now, I'm not sure if that really is the busiest place in town right now or just the longest ferry he could take us on, but we did have a good time up here. We strolled around and looked like there was plenty going on. So, I tell you what, they got a really nice late night snack place up here. You know, in Pattaya, we have McDonald's kebab. Here they have Pita Express. They delivered a bag right to the bar, 125 baht. Just fabulous. I love this thing. Next time, we will make it to our first destination, but for this one, gotta leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.